Defense was dominant. They absolutely were. Like I said, there's no such thing as a perfect performance in college football. There just isn't. But holding a pretty good Utah State team to 100-something yards, 136 yards, pretty dang good. Okay, you are a Georgia fan. That's fine. You guys looked, holy hell, that was dominant tonight. I thought you guys would kill No Bix. I mean, Oregon's talented, but I don't think they're that. Like, I don't think they would. I didn't think they would compete with Georgia over the full over the length of a game. I thought maybe it'd be a game at half, and Georgia would kind of pull away, and it would be like a 38-20, 38-17 kind of game. Boy, was I wrong. That thing wasn't close after a drive. Stetson Bennett, welcome to the Heisman race. I mean, he wasn't great. Stetson was good last year. You don't lead the nation in passer rating without being good. And he was great in a few games. He looked disgusting today. And if Stetson Bennett's going to be disgusting and that defense is still going to be incredible, yeah, they're, like I've said a couple times now, after 1 week, and again, it's only 1 week, things change. It's Alabama. It's Georgia. Ohio State might come up. They didn't look great tonight, but they were playing a top 5 team. And I think Notre Dame proved themselves. Maybe they're not top 5, but they are definitely a top 10 team. Going into the shoe like that. And I just think they need a QB. They need their generational QB. That's where they're at. Clemson, they were a really good team for a while, and then they got their generational QB, and they won a national championship, and they got Trevor Lawrence, and teams like that need a QB, and their QB's just not. He's just not that guy. He looked fine in the first half, really struggled in the second half. He's just not that guy. Walking home from the swamp in Gainesville is absolutely – I am sure it is. Congrats to you guys. That was an incredible one. That's an awesome Utah team. That's an awesome Utah team, and they almost pulled it out. They're probably going to win the Pac-12. They're probably going to win the Pac-12. That's a really, really good Utah team. And, Florida was impressive tonight. I still don't know quite what to expect from them this year. Just because – you listen to any Utah or any piece about Florida, they talk about how the depth, it's just not there right yet. Their starters are awesome, which it's Florida. Their starters are going to be awesome. But if there's any injuries, it's going to sting. And so who knows where that will leave Florida 2 months from now, even maybe a month from now when we get into October. So I don't quite know what to expect from Florida, if they're a team that could compete for second in the SEC East, or if they're kind of where I think they are, which is like third, fourth, depending on their game against Kentucky next week. Maybe second. I don't quite know. 2 through 5 in the SEC, or 2 through 4 in the SEC East, between Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky is just kind of a mess. It's kind of like the SEC West after Alabama. There's so many directions that thing could go. Yeah, man, congrats to the Gators. That was a hell of a football game. It's what we love about this sport, man. And as it becomes more focused on just winning a national championship and not just the fun of and it becomes a non-zero sum of championship or nothing, these kind of games go away. But games like Pitt, West Virginia go away. But while they're here, man, they're fun to watch. So congrats to the Gators. Should be a fun one in November. Because Anthony Richardson, he got thrown in. He wasn't ready last year. And there's other channels that have talked about this. He wasn't ready for that game in Jacksonville. He just wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to do Dan Mullen's system. players had started tuning out Dan Mullen. Georgia was an unbelievable defense, obviously. He wasn't ready for that game. He was ready tonight, and he showed it, and this was his big announcement to the world, like, hey, I'm here. Florida's got a quarterback. And what do you know? I mean, all offseason I spent making fun of people because they kept comparing Anthony Richardson to Cam Newton. And I was like, guys, relax. No one's going to be Cam. And he's not Cam, but pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Anyway, Alabama, they played a Mountain West school named Utah State, an 11-win team from last year, finished in the top 25. If you didn't know, finished 24th in the poll for winning the Mountain West. And Alabama absolutely hammered them. Absolutely hammered them.